AOC constituents complain she does absolutely nothing for them. She says she's too busy jet setting around on private jets. Isn't that something I've been saying since she started this oligarchy tour, Fight the Oligarchy tour? She cared more about her national image than she does going around trying to help her actual constituents. It's crazy out there in Bronx and stuff. People are suffering. She's nowhere to be found. So we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. And that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. So follow me there as well. All right, let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that from the moment that far-left Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was first elected to office, she has made it clear that representing her constituents was a secondary consideration. I mean, duh. She sees herself as a national figure, and the liberal media aids her in this by treating her like one. No one can point to a thing she has done for the people she was elected to represent. And unfortunately for her, those people are finally starting to figure that out. She is spending all of her time traveling the country with Bernie Sanders on their Fight Oligarchy tour while her district crumbles. That's what I was just saying. It makes no sense. You're not helping your own people out. You're too busy going around on private jets. But again, she's one of the main ones. She's the one that helped, that co-sponsored the Green New Deal, talking about global warming and all this stuff. And she's flying around on private jets. It makes hypocrisy. That's the entire Democrat Party. But the New York Post reports frustration with Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has reached a breaking point on her home turf, with fed up Queens and Bronx constituents telling the Post they're sick and tired of being second fiddle to the jet-setting socialist primary focus herself. Her district offices in the Bronx and Queens offer little to justify the $1.9 million the Congresswoman gets to run them. One is only open to a single weekday, and the other is closed on Fridays with phones that go unanswered, and constituents urged to discuss their problems, quote, by appointments only. Wow. AOC's town halls used to be monthly events, now are only held once in a blue moon. There's virtually no way to get in a question, and sometimes she only phones in and doesn't bother coming in person. Galled constituents said, quote, this woman has done nothing for the community. She was once again elected to serve, said Laurel Vasquez of Woodside, Queens. Vasquez echoed a sentiment heard in all corners of AOC's bi-borough district that they and the mundane issues they care about, jobs, public safety, traffic, and are an afterthought for a representative with her eyes on the national stage. I mean, you would think you to have like some type of bragging rights or something, you would try to accomplish something. You would try to do something to fix the people that you to fix the area you represent, to help the people in your district. You would think you would do something to help that, just so you can, just for sake of bragging rights, you could be like, well, I built this new road, or I did this, or I did something, just something to show that you're actually working while you're in Washington. And she hasn't done anything of the sort, and the people are noticing that. AOC is simply following the Elizabeth Warren playbook. Ignore the local job you were elected to do and position yourself as a national figure who only responds to bigger national issues. If the people in AOC's district want someone who is going to actually represent them, they simply have to replace her with someone else. It's not like she's going to change. And I agree, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening, because once you become a politician like that, it's hard for incumbents. It's hard for incumbents. It's hard for new people to come in and win. It's kind of like a lifetime job almost, unless you do like a really, 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 really piss poor job, or you like you get brought up on some charges or something. You're pretty much in there, especially if you're as popular as AOC. So I don't see her going anywhere, unfortunately. I still see her being in office for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, because Democrats are just that dumb. They're going to continue to vote for this woman. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.